What is up, everybody, and welcome to our special episode of After Emoris. In honor of reaching 100 followers, Equa and I decided we'd get together and do a little special, kind of talking about all of Emoris, all of Swindler's Den, etc. Just to, honestly, because our hostess, Nissa, couldn't make it this week, and the rest of our players. So, but also,
It's been a busy week.
Thank you all very much for 100 followers. We do really appreciate it. So we're going to call this a special episode. Swindler's Den. 100 followers.
That's the channel that we own.
100 followers. Right. 20 subscribers, by the way.
Yeah, that's really impressive. You don't see that with small channels at all.
Yeah. That means literally 20% of our followers are subscribed to us on Twitch.
I know a lot of those were gifted from some of the members, but that's still really impressive. I want to see real quick when this channel was created, because we've hit 100 followers in 4 months.
Yeah.
Which, as far as channel progression goes, that's really, really good.
Yeah, we're growing fast. D&D is one of those games. I think it's really taken off in recent years, and hopefully we keep growing along with it,
100%. So our first stream was on May 18th. May's the 5th month. It's now the 9th month. So yeah, 4 months.
On this channel.
On this channel, yes, that's true. But yeah, even so, it's a crazy number for us. So thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all. I guess let's talk a little bit about our homebrew game, Emoris. Okay. And what's currently going on. As you all know, we've reached the Wade arc, I suppose. It's kind of like
this is the Wade backstory arc, or at least the first one of however many may proceed with each and every character. And yeah, we are reaching a checkpoint, as it were, a save point.
So if Wade dies, we can revert and load back up?
Now, there are ways to do that, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't telling you how, but there are ways to do that.
You hit the pause menu and then load.
Oh, true. Take out the cartridge, blow on it, put it back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're sort of reaching, I don't want to say the end of the first arc, 'cause that's not technically true, but we're reaching a nice little climax to the first part of this section of the story. And yeah, Grizz, how do you feel about it? Because you're playing Wade.
So I absolutely love Emoris. It's fantastic in every way. I'm really enjoying the arc. I love how creepy the Ghost Gator is. You're doing an excellent job with her, because
thank you.
It's what I wanted. I wanted her to be creepy. I can't wait to explore that some more. And also, recently Wade received that note, and I've been thinking about what Wade would do. And there's a lot of things that can happen coming up.
Can you say what Wade's gonna do? Is it spoilers if you say what Wade's gonna think about doing?
I've been thinking about what Wade's gonna do. I don't know if Wade has been, so I don't. It'll come out in gameplay, whatever happens. As of right now, I think Wade's mindset is let's go kill a gator.
Right, as it has been for the first 20 years of his life.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, especially with that note, because obviously, Wade now has an opportunity to go and see the gator, and talk to her in whatever way he sees fit. She wants to make a deal with Wade, and that's pretty clear to Wade now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What is interesting to me about it is that every story beat that I put in often will be connected to something else. So, for example, it's not a spoiler, it happened. Gaines Manor was a really, really nice connective point for your backstory and Free's backstory and the greater world with Council Madul and Edwin
Right.
Oceansmith and Priscilla and everyone else. And I wanted that particular encounter. I knew that Alakian was going to eavesdrop on Gain when he was talking to the Gator. I knew it.
It's a very Alakian thing to do.
It's an exceptionally Alakian thing to do. What I didn't bet on was free casting darkness. You all busted out into the main hallway and basically broke loose on everything, and subsequently basically you would have gotten kicked out of the manor again. So I didn't expect that to happen, and I thought that through Lakin eavesdropping on Gain talking to the Gator, this would be an exposition point where he could learn more about what the Gator is, her relationship with Gain. And he didn't really get to do that, and part of that was the havoc going on everywhere, and part of it was because I rolled a natural 20 on his insight, or his deception, or whatever it was that I rolled that made Lakin not do whatever. But that's just the way that the dice rolls. So you guys know nothing. And like the Gator is a very fleshed out villain. She's she's a complex character. She's got a lot. I put a lot of work into her, and you guys know nothing about her. So that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, something that I'm sure you can't talk about, but I am interested to find out is what does she get out of a deal with Wade? Does she just want him dead? Does she want his power? Does she want maybe when Wade poofed out of the conflict with her, he took something by mistake, unknowingly? I don't know. Maybe there's something inside of him that she placed in there, but he managed to escape and she needs it back. I don't know. So I'm very excited to see what her end of the deal is, what she gets out of it.
So what does Wade want out of it?
If Wade was to make a deal, it would be to bring Kev back. And I think probably dismantle the cakery.
Okay.
Because that seems to... Wade hasn't had a whole lot of time to think about it, but finding out about Free's terrible past, I don't think he's ever experienced that kind of thing in his life before. And then finding out that there's remnants of it in Keijo, he was probably appalled because he loves Keijo. Keijo's his hometown, and he definitely doesn't want that being there. So it would be kind of to help Free, but also keep his town clean.
Yeah.
What if Wade just decides, hey, I'm home in Keijo, I'm just gonna stay here.
Roll new character, Yeah.
Can you oh man, just I can't imagine Wade leaving. That would be devastating.
I mean, Wade already promised Izzy that he would go and help find her father.
I think Wade has promised something to each character, so now I'm oh no, I have too many commitments.
Now you're obligated.
But
we'll flit around,
Yeah, so let's talk about Thyra a little bit. Thyra is... I'm thinking she might be the next arc because we're so close to her home now. We're not super close, but I think we're the closest to her home. However, Izzy has made it apparent that she wants to go find her dad. But with Thyra...
Yeah, Thyra... here's what I'll say. Thyra's backstory arc is nice interconnectively with other things that are happening with you guys and in the world. I thought about doing the same thing with Lakin, but Lakin's slightly different because he said, I want to play a Revive Rogue, and I was like, okay, I'll latch onto that and I'll hold that, and that's mine now forever. So, yeah, Thyra's a really nice, a nice point. I don't know if you guys will go to Aegeus. I mean, it's entirely possible that you won't, and that you'll go do something else.
Well, there's a good chance if this falls flat, the Ghost Gator stuff with reviving Kev, that could be the next stop. At least for Wade, where he wants to go. Because Thyra has said that she knows somebody who may be able to perform this. There may be a sacrifice involved, but...
Right.
All right.
But Kev protested immensely.
And Wade was like, it's a maybe.
Yeah.
But
that reminds me, I meant to talk about this. This campaign's really funny to me because we have this overall plot point, right? Of where you characters are a group and you've dealt with a werewolf problem and you've seen a mysterious orb, and this orb is like kind of coming back and forth with you guys, and you went to go see a wizard's tower, and you went to go and deal with a banshee in a random town, and you saw a bard who's going to spread your things, and then that's half the campaign, and the rest of the campaign is like, well, wait, date Free or Asmin? How does Logan feel? Which person is he going to bang next?
Yeah. And leave in the comments below, are you a Phrasman? No, wait. No, sorry. A Waysman? Or are you a Frayed?
Afraid.
Yeah.
That's their name? Okay.
I guess so.
I like that. What's the... Thade? No.
Who are you
Free?
shipping there?
Free.
Oh, Free and Thyra.
Thyra and Free have a little...
Wouldn't it be 3?
I guess it would be 3. Yeah.
3. Just the number 3.
Or as Izzy says it, tree.
Right.
Oh, well. I got a question for you. Who's your favorite character, PC or NPC, that you've played with in Emoris?
Played with in Emoris.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, it's selfish. I really like the Ghost Gator because her voice is just fantastically creepy, and I love it.
Thank you.
So NPC, I think, goes to the Ghost Gator as of right now. Viola was pretty cool too. She's up there. And then there's for PCs, who's my
which one's Viola?
I might have said the name wrong. Wasn't she a turtle seer?
Oh, Via. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Via. Via's great.
Oh man, for the PCs, it's a tough choice, and I kind of don't want to make it because I don't want like anybody to be like upset with me out of our players. I like them all. I think I've had bouts where like different PCs were my favorite. As far as Wade, I think he like gets along with Thyra the best. They have a lot in common.
Interesting.
So I think that he thinks like him and Thyra could be like, if it wasn't for all of this, they still could have been friends. And they could have met each other and had enough in common to get along and stuff.
Fought to the death over who's gonna date Free.
Yeah.
As you do.
Let's keep stoking those flames.
Interesting.
So, I know you're not going to be able to answer it, but I'm going to ask it anyways. This is the question on everybody's mind. Is Wade, Izzy, and Thyra relatives? Are they relatives? Brothers and sisters, half brothers, half sisters.
That's a great question. I mean, I can't say that.
Yeah. So for the audience out there who's not aware, there's been a theory going around about Izzy, Wade, and Thyra all being related because Thyra doesn't know who her father is.
Oh, if she doesn't, then I can say that. That's fine. Yeah. Izzy's the only person who knows who her father is.
Has that not come out in gameplay? Because now you're making me question it.
I didn't know if it came out or not.
Oh, okay.
We can cut it out.
Cut that part out, hopefully. We think that there's a chance that the three of them might be related. Wade doesn't know who his real parents are. He's a half-elf. Izzy's a half-elf. And she lost her youngest brother. Your youngest brother is dead or something, she believes. So we're thinking that maybe he didn't die and he is Wade. It's a possibility. It could be really cool. They both are blonde. So they have that. And then Thyra, who knows about Thyra? She's half human.
Listen, bro, all I'm saying is that if you all shared the same father, that guy gets around. Because he went from Okervik down to the bottom of Casco, down to the far right bottom of Aegis, and he's going around still,
Here's the thing, though. Who's to say that Wade was born in Keijo? Or Casco, even?
I mean, you wound up there.
I wound up there, but that doesn't mean that I was born there.
It's alright, it's a good point. It doesn't mean that. So, I mean, we know that Thyra was born in Aegis, though.
That would be really cool.
Maybe I'll just add it in at the end. Oh, and by
Just
the way, you
anyways.
guys
Oh yeah,
are
by
all,
the way, yeah.
all siblings.
No, dude, I'm very excited. There's so much I still want to know about Wade, like where he got his powers from, and yeah. Have you decided where Wade's powers come from? You have?
Oh yeah, I know all of it. All of it.
Is it a symbiote? Just kidding.
Well, what if Kev just turned into be like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, Wade. Feed me some meat. No, I planned out every character's storyline before session 0.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew where I wanted you guys to go. Saying that, shit changes along the way. Story points get added in, beats get added in, some gets taken out, some gets changed. But I knew instantly when Esper gave me his character, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make a Raven Queen revive rogue, and I know why he's revived. I know how he's revived. I know in the world, I know who this person is, and I know what this person means, and whatever. Mm-hmm. I knew whenever Kem gave me free, I said, okay, well, the Cakery's up here in Epilatlan. This is who runs it. These are the people who are in it. These are some victims. These are some victims that have escaped. These are some victims who are contracted to other people in the world that you could meet, whatever. Same with Izzy. I knew what was going to happen with her arc. Same with Thyra. Same with Wade. So yeah. You all have your stories planned out. It's just about how you get there.
Right.
Basically.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Here's another question about relationships. So,
okay.
Lovin and Asmon.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there? Is there anything? Should I be concerned?
You don't know. You don't know, Wade. Wade doesn't know. Grizz doesn't know. All I'll say is, they work together. They work together. They're in that office lab a lot of time. It's just them as they work on stuff. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Asmon got a promotion. Lovin's her assistant, so he's going to come up with her.
Oh, no.
You don't know.
So what's after Emoris, but not the show? What is after Emoris? What is you know what I'm saying?
Sort of. Maybe you should explain it more just so that everyone knows.
What comes beyond the show Emoris? Once Emoris is finished, where do we go?
So once Emoris is finished, the world will implode, and Wei will be the only survivor.
Okay. Yeah. Like it.
And then after that, we're gonna take probably a month off. I will probably end up DMing a second campaign on this channel. I started working on it. I mean, it depends,
Mm-hmm.
This will be in like over a year's time, so who knows? I mean, I might get fired from this job,
This job as DM?
Yep, I might get fired from it.
I don't think so.
Maybe you'll get someone better in, and they'll take my
that's not too hard,
Yeah, all you gotta do is find a guy who can do voices,
Yeah.
That's it. That's like my one
No,
shtick.
dude, you do a fantastic job. We love you. You're
Thank you.
You're a great DM, so we're
Thank
very
you
excited to have you. And I don't know, I'm just happy that we started this D&D channel finally. It's been a dream of ours for a few years now, ever since we met years ago playing Pokemon.
Dude, how many campaigns have we thought about doing before we did Emoris? I thought about doing one.
At least 3.
No, you started it. You started thinking about doing one in which I made Fritz.
Yes.
Who was the Tiefling monk.
Then
that fell apart. Dude, I hope I get to play someday. That guy's cool as shit. That fell apart, and then I said I was going to run one. I think I said I was going to run Fandelver, if I remember correctly. And then that fell apart, and then you said you were going to run Fandelver, and you got my character in my original character in who was not Jeb, who I'm kind of glad that I didn't play because Jeb's great, Rob, and that was when Valiator was conceived and birthed into the world, and we got 2 other people, and then that fell apart, and then I did the one shot.
Yeah, on
so
Forgebreaker.
Right, and then Emoris came from that because he asked me to continue on. So how was that like? That was before I moved that we started. So what, maybe 2 years of planning?
Yeah, we had a lot of planning going into this channel.
And then we started and we had no idea what we were doing.
It's funny because like when we actually finally started playing D&D, it wasn't even on our own channel like we had always thought about doing. So it was a little funny because even despite planning to have our own channel, we didn't even have one, and then we ended up starting it. So it's just funny the way things work.
This is true. You know, it's so weird. If Forge hadn't stepped down from his channel, we might still be on that channel.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't have Fandalva or Theros.
True.
Or anything. That'd be wild, dude.
Yeah, speaking of Phandelver, I don't want to talk too much about that because this is after Emoris, but you play a gnome druid named Jeb.
Oh, I do?
So if you guys enjoy Equa as DM on Emoris, you should check him out on Phandelver every Friday. But let's give a little sneak into Jeb. Jeb has been very conflicted in his...
This is true. This is true, 100%.
Yeah. And you were talking about earlier during this this little interview about, characters who might be good, might be evil. And you said that Jeb is like very much that type of character. What do you think's going to happen with Jeb?
Well, I mean, I left. So Jeb's alignment is chaotic good, and it has been that way since the start of the campaign. Not that alignment really matters that much.
No.
So when I made Jeb was supposed to be a wild card. He's very prone to influence from a number of different sources, and he could really go either way. He's a dynamic character, but he's open-ended. I did not expect, going into this campaign, for you to pull so much shit, Grizz. You pulled so much shit. You pulled Melora, and you pulled some other fire god powerful being thing. And I didn't expect it to be this choice, right? Where both of them want him, but only one can have him. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just gonna be one of those things where you like led me down one path, and I was gonna go down that one path, and that's testament to you as a DM for your planning of that. So he's chosen the fire for a number of reasons. He didn't feel like the Wild Mother was in it for him, and the fire was. So I think ultimately now, I think he's gonna lean towards the chaotic side more now than ever. But there is still going to be a chance to pull him back slightly from that, and I think that's going to be down to the group. Depending on, if he blows his nut and, sets the whole town on fire, then the group might be able to pull him back from that a little bit. But I think he's probably going to you're gonna go down a darker path.
Okay.
From now,
how do you think he's gonna feel when you guys see Rydolph putting out the fires? Is that something that he's gonna care about, or does he not really care that much?
I don't think he's gonna be too happy about that, Grizz. He already thinks that Rydolph is a dick, and he likes the fire a lot. That was his doing, and he knows now that his friends are gonna be on his side a little bit. So maybe he'll just set Rydolph on fire.
Oh my gosh, dude. Well. Oof.
That could happen.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about, Equa, before we end off this after Emoris?
I have one thing that I want to ask you, because Nisa asked me this on a previous episode of After Morris, and I thought it was a really, really good question. I want to know what your thoughts are. In terms of character development from Emoris, who do you think has the best character development so far?
Best character development.
Yeah.
Well, Lakian's come a fair bit of a way.
Lakin has come a fair bit of a way, you're right.
I don't know if it's... I'm still trying to figure out myself whether it's just lack of opportunity or not, because as you guys all know, Lakian in the very beginning of the show loved to go out at night and steal and do criminal activities, and he has not done that for the past, like, 7 or so sessions, I want to say. 5 to 7, somewhere in there.
I want you to know the last thing that he stole... He attempted to steal the stone off of Brian, your driver. He did.
True.
But the last thing that he actually stole was in her hand. He didn't steal a single thing in Rokrobi.
Yeah.
No one thing.
Yeah, so I think if it's just kind of like... It depends on whether he's just hasn't had a chance to do it yet or not, or if he's actually turned over a new leaf. We'll have to wait and see, but I think Alakian's come a long way. Other than that, maybe Free, because she's starting to come out of her shell a little bit and tell people about her terrible past, and just before she was very reserved. So maybe Free. Yeah, I think everybody's had a little bit, you know what I mean? But I think Alakian's probably the biggest at this point.
That's interesting. I said Free when Nisa asked me that question. So it's interesting that you said Alakian. I think Alakian's also a really good example. I mean, he found Faith, so...
Yeah.
Literally and physically. He met a tiefling called Faith. So, he, yeah, he's changed. Good for him. Good on you, son. But yeah, that's what I wanted to know from you. So yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much for checking out our special episode of After Emoris. Hopefully next week we'll be back to our normal scheduled programming. And again, we just wanted to say a big thank you to 100 followers. We are actually talking about trying to maybe work on a special episode or something, crossover event, but
we'll see how that would work.
Yeah, we have to figure that one out. But it's been highly requested.
I think the fan consensus is that they want Jeb from Fandalva and Wade from Emoris. And I forget who they said from Theros. Was it
Ukrit?
Ukrit. Saying his name is Uskrit for some reason. Ukrit. So, I mean, maybe Sharp could DM it?
Yeah,
I don't
Sharp
know.
might be able to DM it. We're going to think on some stuff, but if you guys have any ideas for that, leave that down below. And we will catch you all on Monday for Emoris. Peace. Oh, wait. Go ahead, Equa.
Okay. I know this is my signature phrase. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you on Monday. Goodbye.
Bye.